Good morning and welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Thursday. Glad you're here. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message. Stay warm, y'all. Um, Today in Central Texas, there's a chance that we're going to get hit with one of those wintry mixes. Freezing rain, sleet, snow, maybe parts or all of all three at once. Now, if you're from this part of Texas, you know we're not built for this kind of weather. I mean, yeah, give us 100-degree plus days, and we're the pros from Dover. But black ice, frozen roads, that's a whole different story. Now, I grew up 5 hours north of here. I learned how to drive on it. I learned how to deal with it. You just hike your collar up and put another layer on and go about your business. You drive slower, you plan ahead, and all of that. But Central Texas, they get it so infrequently. People tend to lose their minds. They go to the store a few days before. I mean, good luck finding bread or eggs. I mean, or milk. So this storm might miss us completely. Uh, in fact, it's looking like it's probably going to be a little bit west of here. But heard a story about a guy who uh, his staff is largely in the office, and he made the call earlier in the week. He said, "Okay, I'm going to encourage everybody, if you can work from home, to work from home." Again, this is a staff that's largely in the office every day. And it's not because the roads were bad, but because they might be bad. It's sending that simple message: I care about your safety and I've got your back when it counts. I mean, this guy took the attitude of, okay, if I have everybody come in and we do get hit with ice and snow and sleet and all of the frozen snot out there, and I end up, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, whatever it is, having to send everybody home, we're going to lose productivity, of course, because we're going to lose the time where people are fighting the weather to get home. But it's also unnecessarily going to put them at risk. They're going to be fighting people who don't, frankly, know how to drive on this stuff, and maybe they don't know how to drive on it either. So it wasn't about just the weather. I mean, this was a case of empathy, seeing beyond the weather. It was putting other people, putting themselves in other people's shoes and recognizing that a bad commute, icy conditions, long, stressful drive can have real consequences, right? So, this is a case where leadership means understanding that your people have different challenges and anxieties, and sometimes the what if scenario matters more. Empathy and leadership is not about making everybody's life perfect. It's about acknowledging their reality. Sometimes that means anticipating needs before anybody even says, "Hey, I got a problem." Yeah, whether it's the weather, a tough deadline, or just life throwing you some curveballs. So the easy thing would have been to say, "Hey, we'll just wait this out and see if the storm actually hits." But leadership requires action. It's not about just waiting. It's making the call even when you're not 100% sure how things will pan out. You look at the risks, you look at the possible rewards, and you you make the decision. And in those decisions, you can show your team that their well-being isn't just something that you talk about. It's something that you act on. It's showing them, I've got your back, and we will figure this out together. So when you make decisions that prioritize your team's safety, comfort, their ability to succeed, so on and so forth. You're telling them, I got you right on my shoulders, I got your back. And trust doesn't get built during a crisis, it gets built well before and through everyday decisions like these. So remember that as a leader, you don't always have the best answers. You don't have all the perfect solutions, but you can show up for your team. You can try to anticipate their needs and remind them you're not alone. I got you. Because if your team knows that you've got their back, they're going to give you their best effort, I think. And it's not out of obligation, it's out of loyalty that you've built up over the days, weeks, months, years of showing them, I'm here for you. So think about that. Think about your own team, whether it's at work, at home, in the community, wherever it is, and ask yourself, do these people know that I've got their best interests at heart? Do they know that I'm going to give them the tools they need to succeed in this job? Because leadership doesn't mean just making decisions when everything's calm. It's about making decisions when the storms of life happen. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you find it interesting. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you're able to put some of this into place in your own life, your own business, your own operations. I appreciate you so much. If you are in Central Texas or anywhere north of here where, you're dealing with weather that you're not really used to, try to stay home if you can. Hike that collar up, be a little bit warmer. All those things you got to do. Make sure you're dripping those pipes. You don't want a frozen pipe. Ugh. Lived through that before. It's no fun. Again, thanks for being here. I would appreciate a like, a follow, and a share. I'll see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.